guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We're going to be discussing why Raheem Sterling is the top priority for Barcelona in the January transfer window, and Barcelona want to bring him in whether it's a loan move or a permanent move. And Laporta has contacted Xavi over the past week. They're on good terms now, and they are maybe discussing the manager position at Barcelona. Talk about some renewals at Barcelona for all the youngsters like Pedri, Araujo, Gavi, and Ansu Fati. And lastly, give you guys an injury update on Aguero and Dembele and how Ronald Araujo desperately wants them back as soon as possible. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player we've been linked to is Raheem Sterling, coming in from Sport. They came out saying that Raheem Sterling stopped his contract renewal talk with Man City and is now thinking about a move to Barcelona. But Man City are aware of Barcelona's interest and they are not willing to let Raheem Sterling leave on loan in January as of yet. So Raheem Sterling was in talks over a renewal with Man City, and now he's completely stopped that because he is favoring a move to Barcelona. Sport have also come out saying that Barcelona have around 20 million euros to spend in the January transfer window, mostly thanks to the last second sale of Antoine Griezmann in the summer. Barcelona want to sign an attacker or a fullback on loan or at a low cost. Right now, Raheem Sterling is the favorite. So it's looking more and more likely that we're going to be signing an attacker in the winter transfer window. The big question now is who will it be? Right now, Raheem Sterling is the favorite. Again, for me personally, I would look at that low move maybe with an option to buy. I think going straight after him and buying him is going to be a big risk. Of course, English players leaving abroad from the Premier League, they don't usually do too well, so I would be concerned about that. But if you remember, Oriel from TV3 was the one who broke all this news. He came out yesterday confirming that Barcelona will sign an important attacking player in January 2022. So he's still staying firm that Barcelona will start an important player in the attack for 2022 in January. Right now, every single direction is pointing to Raheem Sterling. We'll wait and see what happens, but again, that 20 million euros will not be enough to buy Raheem Sterling from Man City. They're going to ask for around 40 to 50 million euros. So we'll have to wait and see what the club do decide on. But again, there is some options to bring in a fullback, because of course we're kind of low there. We just have, Des, Jordi Alba, Alejandro Balde, Roberto as that, last second resort. So again, there is some options in the defense at a low cost or on loan. So we could see more than 2 players coming in the winter transfer market. But of course, Raheem Sterling or an important attacker is the priority. Now, another winger that we've been linked to over the past 24 hours is Hakim Adeyemi from RB Salzburg. This is coming in from Sport 1. They came out saying that Adeyemi, who has been linked with Barcelona, is keen to leave RB Salzburg next summer. A decision on his future will be made soon. RB want at least 35 to 40 million euros for him. Liverpool also interested, but the player prefers a move to Germany. Of course, he is German. I think a player like this for the winter transfer window, bringing him in instead of Raheem Sterling, would be a much better fit. He's young, he's got that flair, and of course in the Champions League, he's been performing very well. It's kind of like, Erling Haaland 2.0. I think someone commented that in my last video. It would be a great move for him if we're going to spend that 20 million that we do have in the market. I'd rather spend that on Hakim Adeyemi than Raheem Sterling. But again, he wants to go to Bayern Munich. He wants to go to Germany, of course, because he is German. We'll wait and see. But again, very unlikely. But remember, Patrick Kluivert is a big fan of Hakim Adeyemi. He wanted him back in 2019, but didn't pay that 8 million euros. So we do have that sound connection. We do have a lot of, scouting reports on him. And no doubt in the summer, Barcelona will probably be in the race for him. Let's now discuss the biggest news over the past 24 hours, and that is that President Joan Laporta has contacted Xavi Hernandez. It's broke from eSport 3. They came out saying that Joan Laporta and Xavi are back on good terms with each other. Laporta's ex-brother-in-law, Alejandro, whatever his last name is, I can't pronounce that, was crucial in restoring their relationship. This could have been key in the event that Koeman is sacked as the Barcelona manager. So Joan Laporta and Xavi kind of had a rocky relationship over the past few years, but now Joan Laporta has called him on Monday, and after the discussion they had on Monday, they are now on good terms. Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Joan Laporta spoke with Xavi this week, thus recovering a relationship that has always been excellent, but has been cold in recent months. So Xavi and Laporta have always been on good terms, not really, fighting in a sense, but with the elections in March and him, favoring Victor Xavi, of course, they haven't really been talking that much, but Joan Laporta took that first step, and now they're talking, and now they're finally, on good terms, in the sense that now they're talking very, very often. Joan Laporta also explained the reason for Koeman's continuation, and both highlighted good vibes in their conversations. That's some good news. But Laporta also came out saying that Laporta is still reluctant to hire Xavi as of now, as he considers that the current situation at Barcelona needs a more experienced coach, but has never doubted Xavi's ability. And he also knows that Xavi will be willing to take over the challenge of coaching Barcelona right now. So Laporta knows that Xavi would come right now, but of course, he wants a more experienced coach. He thinks that Xavi will be a fantastic manager for the future, but for the right now, he wants a more experienced coach. That's why Xavi has not come in, and that's the main reason why Joan Laporta has not sacked Ronald Koeman. So take that as you will, and of course, having been Miguel from AES, who's one of the closest sources to Xavi Hernandez, has confirmed all this news. He came out saying that it is true that there was a phone call between Joan Laporta and Xavi. It was a long call between the two, in which it was more personal talks rather than professional. There was also connections between Mateu Alemany and Xavi. So the Barcelona sporting director also spoke to Xavi Hernandez. Now, if you're the sporting director of Barcelona, you're not talking to no one just for no reason. You're talking for them for a reason. So I think right now Joan Laporta is in there thinking, look, Xavi right now is the only one available. He's going to be the manager in the future. Let's talking to him now. Go think about plan, think what we're going to do for the future. And Mateu Alemany has also had a conversation with Xavi. That is huge. But again, for the now, Joan Laporta is still reluctant. So we'll wait and see what happens over the next few weeks. Of course, Koeman has those 3 games, Valencia, Dynamo, and Real Madrid. If he fails to win all 3 of those games, we could see Xavi coming in. But again, Joan Laporta does not think he's the man for the job right now. But for the future, no doubt about it. And speaking about Mateu Alemany, we do have some updates on the FC Barcelona contract renewals. This is coming in from Ken Desir. They came out saying that Mateu Alemany is leading the contract renewals of Ansu Fati, Pedri, Ronald Araujo, and Pablo Gavi, and wants to seal them as soon as possible. Mengueza's contract will be reviewed for a possible improvement. Of course, he only signed a contract renewal, a few months ago. A decision will be made on Demir whether or not to execute that buy option that we have, and Riqui Puig's future will depend on the new coach. So right now, the 4 priorities for the renewals are Ansu Fati, Pedri, Araujo, and Xavi, and then Mengueza, Demir, Riqui Puig will be dealt afterwards. But no mention of Ousmane Dembele here, which is quite a concern for me, of course. One of the bigger players that needs a contract renewal, and as well as no mention of Roberto. Now on Pablo Gavi, I want to talk about him quickly. Of course, he's played for Spain the other day in the National League. Was absolutely superb in that game. I watched that game. Oh my goodness gracious. And we have to talk about who recognized him in the Barcelona youth setup. It was Ramon Planes. Ramon Planes again has identified another star for Barcelona. He identified Araujo, Pedri, and now he's done Xavi. I mean, full credit to him. Probably one of the only good things Bartomeu has done was appoint him. Again, because coming in from John Romero, he came out confirming this, that Ramon Planes told Ronald Koeman to give Gavi a chance in the first team in the preseason. He's done so, and look at him now. There are talks over a contract renewal. They want to offer him a new 6-year deal over the next few days because, of course, getting a lot of media attention. That means other teams are going to come in. His contract does expire in June 2023. But that performance for Spain the other day, oh my God. It's just, we had Pedri last year, and now we have Gavi this year. We're just getting that rise, the young players coming in. Ansu Fati's about to come back from injury as well. It's going to be some good time for Barcelona for the future, but for now, we have to be patient with these youngsters. But a youngster at Barcelona who's not had a good time so far this season is Alex Collado. Of course, Collado is not even registered to play with Barcelona. He cannot do so until January, and we do have some updates about his future coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. He came out saying that Collado hopes to find a solution for his future in January. Now more teams are knocking on this door. Sheffield United are still interested, and AC Milan are pushing to sign him as well. And there has been contacts, but a lot is yet to be done. So Collado is looking to leave Barcelona in January. Of course, still not registered to play. He wants to go out there and play. All he's been doing so far at Barcelona is just training every single day with the first team week in, week out. Very disappointed to see Collado like this, man. I think we could have dealt with him this season. We could have been so useful. He was registered. I don't know why Koeman just threw him in the dust like that. That's the thing with Koeman, right? It's 50-50. You get some great youngsters like Pedri, Gavi, but then he throws some away like Collado and Riqui Puig. It's, I'm not going to say not fair, but it's a big moves that he makes. Sometimes they come good, like with Pedri and Xavi. Sometimes they come bad with Riqui Puig and Collado. So we'll see what happens with Collado over the next few months. But again, looking like he will leave on loan or on a permanent move maybe in the January transfer window. Now, the final topic topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates around the FC Barcelona first team. We'll start with Pedri coming in from having been Gil from AES. He came out saying that Pedri is expected to be back for the El Clasico on October 24th, but it cannot be ruled out that he could recover earlier. I think he will, by the way. I can see him being on the bench or even starting the Dynamo Kiev game midweek. 100% he could be on the bench for Valencia. He will not start that game 100%, no doubt about that, but he could return earlier than that. But at the latest, it will be the Clasico. We do have some big updates on the forwards. Of course, the Coman's bet, Aguero and Ousmane Dembele, again coming in from having Miguel from AES, and he's come out saying that Aguero is expected to play his first minutes for Barcelona against Valencia as a sub on October 17th after the international break, while Dembele's return will come a bit later on. So again, for these two players, they're still on track, no delays, no earlier expectations. But like I said there in the beginning, both players trained yesterday while they had the day off. It was first coming in from goal. The Barcelona squad had the rest of the day, but today Aguero has gone to training with the mindset of the game against Valencia, and also Ousmane Dembele. Apart from Aguero, Ousmane Dembele has also gone to train today despite the squad given the day off, but the French forward is not expected to return in the imminent future. So these two players have been out for so long, but they're still coming in, working hard on those days off, and that's what we like to see. So again, on Aguero, should be back after the international break. Dembele needs more time, but these two players are so hungry to return that they're coming in on days off to train. Shows their commitment, shows their hunger, shows their desire to return to Barcelona and help the team. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to first say is on Raheem Sterling. If it's only a permanent move, would you bring him in or not? And secondly, on Xavi Hernandez, Joan Laporta does not think he's ready at the moment, but do you think he's ready? And would you sack Coman right now to bring Xavi in? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.